Welcome back. So today we're going to go over the story so far on EA500LM and why I don't have a review just yet. So if you remember, Simgot had actually sent out a few sets to a few reviewers. Early sets, the early reviewers gave them some feedback, which was basically it was a bit too bright. So Simgot said, hang on, we'll send out some new nozzles, and some reviewers got those nozzles. Some reviewers, like myself, were sent nozzles, but they ended up in various places, mine are in California. So I never got to hear the brass ones or the gold ones. I don't remember what they're calling them. So not quite ready to review it yet. And I'll say mostly because I think the first two nozzles, and I think they're the same that are on retail, they're just a bit too bright. So the brass one is the one to hear, and I haven't heard it, so I'm not going to kind of go out on a limb and say it's amazing until I actually hear it. So I do have a retail set on the way to me, so I will get my ears on them pretty soon. But I will say the same thing that I say about every Simgot set. They are affected by very, very small changes, and that's why I had actually used the EA500 do-it-yourself nozzles with just the damper on the nozzle. You know, I can't imagine putting any foam or sponge in there. I'm not really a fan of putting the metal mesh back on it. You know, I think this is kind of the best reflection of what this beast of a driver can do for me at this point in time. I'm not 100% certain that the gold nozzle is going to beat out what I already did, but I certainly want to hear it. And if the gold nozzle had affected the stage in any way and made it any smaller, kind of the way this guy does it, I'm not going to be so happy about that either. If it loses any micro detail or the ability to resolve any textures, any of that stuff, I'm not going to be so happy about that either. So I think I've heard what this driver can do, and yes, it's amazing, and you've probably watched other reviews who have all said it's amazing. It is very amazing, but if you're going to mask any of the amazingness, that isn't going to make me so happy. So I do want to hear exactly what they did on the gold nozzles, and perhaps they are better than my nozzles. Perhaps they are not, but at that point in time, I will at least know and give you a recommendation to go grab yourself a do-it-yourself kit, which you should grab yourself a do-it-yourself kit, period, or go with the gold nozzles, and they are, you know, end up being the perfect nozzles for this set. But yeah, as of right now, it's very, very susceptible to small changes in stage, and you don't want to lose any of that stage on this set, and you hear it with this guy. Any small changes to that upper treble are going to bring the stage in around your ears, and that's not such a good thing. They tuned the two nozzles that they shipped with on the brighter side for a very specific reason, I think. It was to show off exactly where this driver does well, and where it does, you know, well beyond what other dynamic drivers can do. And if you kind of roll that back into a smoother, warmer style, I'm not sure that's really leaning into what this driver is special at. So yeah, I am very hesitant to say anything about what the gold nozzle did just by looking at the graph. So we'll find out soon enough. I'll get mine in the mail and we'll see what happens. But I just wanted to give you a quick update on where I was and why there is no review from me at this point. So thank you guys again, and hopefully I'll get it out as soon as possible. So thanks for tuning in. See you next time.